Hey guys, welcome to Linda's Resin Room. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a Christmas shaker coaster. And I have my Pouring Your Heart Out shaker coaster mold, and this is to make the lid. I had that covered over and it's still got something in it. Alright, just take some tape and try to get out what I can, because we're going to make that clear. We want to be able to see through it to see all of our little pieces. But now I'm going to paint this whole mold with, I have these Saye Special Effects mica powders. 16 of them in here. And I found this one that I like. I hope it looks pretty after we do it. It is called Lavish Party. Sorry guys, my camera keeps moving. But it's a like a purpley red. But I thought that would be pretty. I hope. I've never used these. I bought them. Isn't that pretty? But for Christmas, I thought, let's try it. Now, you can see there it does have some little pieces in here in the mold that I can't get out. It is from me painting it up for Halloween, because I like to do these for each holiday. And Halloween was the last time I did this. I didn't do a Thanksgiving one, didn't think about it. I should have. That would have been really cute. But I don't think I have any Thanksgiving pieces that I could have put down in it. It'd be cute if you had like little turkeys and things to put in there. But anyways, we're going to do a Christmas one. I think these coasters, they look prettier if you paint the mold. I've done them clear, and I didn't care much for it. My favorite way for this is to paint it up. And I do make a mess, and I get it everywhere, and let me cut the heat off. That heat has a mind of its own, and it always wants to kick on right as I start to record. I'm going to be up here all day, and there's a plane. I can be up here all day. This is the first one I've heard today. And it, of course, as soon as I turn the camera on. But, yeah, the heat does the same way. Here's the camera kick on, and I guess it's a little jealous and has to kick on itself too. Maybe. I don't know. All right. It just takes a second to paint this mold up. Get down in all those little areas, because the resin won't get down in all those little druzy, crystally areas. But it will, you won't be able to tell when it cures up. You'll never know. That's the good thing about this mold. But these are always so pretty, and these sell very well. I sold the Halloween one at my one of my craft shows, I think. Okay. And you can leave this however you want it. You can, I mean, you don't have to paint the bottom if you don't want to. You can mix mica powder in there. There's so many ways you can make this little coaster. And so many things you can do with it. But it always looks pretty. This is just my favorite way. I think it's prettiest when it's painted. And I've never used a chameleon powder on it. So, curious to see how that looks. I think it's going to be more like a red and gold. It's kind of what it looks like a red and orange, which will be okay for Christmas. I like to be able to see all the charms that I put in there. And that's why I paint the bottom too. I think it makes it stand out. I think this holds about 4 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's 4. Just blow it out a little bit. Okay. Now, you can do your resin however you like. I'm going to do clear from a lid, of course. And I will probably just pour this clear as well, since I've painted the mold. So, let me throw this away. Alright guys, I'm going to get some resin mixed up, and we'll be back in just a moment to pour. Alrighty guys, so I got my resin mixed up. I did it by weight. So I did 67 gram of part B and 75 gram of part A. I just dumped out a little tiny bit in here from my lid because I want to keep it clear. But I have decided to add just a little bit of this in here because I think this is really pretty. This is Mateo Ocean Heart Chameleon Mica Powder, and it is so, so pretty. It's got like a blue, red, green looking tint. It's kind of it's a type of Aurora powder, and it is just gorgeous. But it's not going to matter to the front of this. Whatever color you pour in there, but it will make the back look really, really pretty, I think. So I just want to add a little bit of that, just to give it a little shimmer. I'm not going to put much. And then I'm going to get these in the vacuum chamber, and then we're going to pour. I'm tempted to put just a little bit. There's a red glitter in there, but I'm going to leave it because of it's not going to matter. I'm not even going to try to dip that out. I'm going to put a little bit more of this in there, though. There we go. I think this on the back of that is going to be so pretty. This is pretty by itself. You don't even have to put anything in it other than just this. And pour a mold. And, oh, it's so pretty. They have some other colors I'd like to get. They're a little bit expensive. Many specialty powders are. And my husband's griping that I have too many mica powders already. And they deliver them. So I got to take a break for a little bit on buying more. Alrighty. I think that's mixed up good. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be gorgeous. Let's get this stick out of here. Get it cleaned up. And then we are going to put this in the vacuum chamber. Alright guys, be back in just a moment. Alright guys, got my resin out of the vacuum chamber. Now look, isn't that very, very pretty? Just going to pour it along the edge here and let it kind of roll its own way around because I don't want to get bubbles down in there. You're not going to be able to tell if there's bubbles. And if you just kind of let it roll on its own, usually you're good. Now you can use a thinner resin if you like as well. It's all up to you. This is that horrible, horrible resin that I absolutely hate. And it's kind of thick. It took it 15 minutes in the vacuum chamber. It took about 12 before it even bubbled down. It just kept bubbling up and I had to just keep babysitting. All right. Now, let's just let this roll on through there. that pretty? Okay. We'll probably have some extra too. Now let's, hopefully I've got out enough for my clear. I'm going to spritz that just a little bit. Try to prevent bubbles. Can't say I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. Okay. Let me get down here. Okay, that's plenty of resin. Used all of that. Could probably scrape just a little more out down in here. Just get that out of there. No point in wasting what's left. Okay, I think we got it. Now, that's very thin, so you got to be very, very careful. All right. Pour a little more in here. I need it to completely close. And I've probably put too much because now I'm going to overflow. I can tell over here I'm going to overflow if I don't get some of that out. And you can see it there where it's overflowing. I'm trying to get it out without touching the chameleon powder because I don't want to scrape it off. Okay. I still see it overflowing a little there. I used about 3 ounces total for this mold. That is for the top and the bottom. Doesn't take much. All right. Maybe I didn't need to pour that last little bit in there. Okay. Well, I've just got it overflowing everywhere. Get all this up. Usually it just bubbles up and I don't have a problem because it's kind of tilted up around the edges, but I guess today it just wants to be difficult. I still see it overflowing over there. Huh. Okay. Are we good now? All right, I think we're good there. Now let's find something to put this in. Is that something black? Do you see that? There we go. Now, be very careful if you take any kind of heat to a handmade mold. Now mine, that is just a little lighter. That hardly even gets hot. Okay. There had been a bubble, but now I don't see one. All right, guys, we are going to let this cure up, do its thing, and we'll come back to demold and put it together. But we got to find something to put this in. So there's probably about an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half there. I have a mold. Let's see. I think it'll look really pretty. Got this off of Temu. It's an angel wing ornament. Hang it in your rear view mirror, hang it on your tree, whatever you want to do. So let's, I'm putting it on paper towels. I see Michelle do this on Glitz and Glitter when you want to move it, and it works so well. So that's why you see me doing that, because I'm going to move these. All right, let's just pour this up. Hopefully that alcohol will prevent bubbles. But I think this powder, this chameleon powder, Aurora powder, whatever you want to call it, will look so pretty in this mold. And we'll still have some left for something else. Okay. Now the problem is when I spray it with alcohol, then it's going to want to overflow because I get that alcohol on the edges. So I've got to be very careful. I wonder if I can tilt that up just a little bit. There we go. Maybe. All right, let's find another mold because that took hardly any of that. Okay. Now, what else do we want? I don't think I have enough for that. Probably only fill it about halfway. What about our double butterfly? This is always pretty. Spritz it with some alcohol so it can get down in those wings. Okay. Just about. I think we're good there. All right, guys. I still got more. I'm going to find us a mold. All right, guys. I thought little star earrings might look cute. So let's do a little pair here. I'll make them into a pair of earrings. And then we're going to do some butterflies as well. Okay. Another little drop on that one. Let me see if they're even. They are. Now, these little butterflies, just takes a little drop or two, and it fills those right up. I think these will make some cute little butterflies. And then just scrape them. And they do so well. There we go. Almost. Okay. Now let's scrape this. Get all that extra off. Alright, good deal. We got some butterflies in that color. And we still got more. Let's see. No, those won't look good. Alright, where's my little birds? Don't know if I'll be able to do both of these. But I know we should be able to do one. Fill this little thing up. I'm going to squish him around to make sure I got his tail. Usually the tail does pretty good without getting a bubble in there. And then just press the nose in. If you're going to get a bubble, it's usually on that nose. I don't see one though. Now, let's fill this little sucker up. Okay. One more drop. There we go. Now, let's see if we've got enough to do its friend. I believe we're going to have just enough, guys. And I'll just get another butterfly mold and finish with what's left. Alright guys, we'll let all this cure up. We'll come back for a demold. Alright guys, so all this has cured up. So, let's see. There's our little stars. Definitely got to trim those off, don't I? Okay, just kind of looks clear. It doesn't look like it's got any kind of color. Yeah, no, I can see the shimmer. Alright. You can see it a little bit. I don't know if you guys can or not. And then I did 3 of the butterflies. I'll get all those out later. They look different on black. Definitely a different color. So when I do photos, I'll post it on black. Alright, get my birds. I think one of these was left over from another video that we just filled up. And getting these little birds started is a trick. Okay. You always get the tail first. Oops. Okay, he came out kind of cute. Okay. And this is our big bird. You can do his face first. He's a little wider in the back. Oh, he got a red glitter. Okay. And last one. I'll do the face first on this one. Usually I do the tail because it's easier if you do the tail first. And I got glitter right back down in there. He's going to have a trim. There we go. That was a quick trim, wasn't it? Oh, well, he's cute. He's got that yellow gold glitter from the other paw on top, completely flat. I think it's the first time I've ever had that to happen. That's really pretty. Now our balloon doggy, he was left over from another paw. We've just finished filling him up. He's got a little overage here on him too. There we go. I'll have to trim the back, it's too thick. Get the tail first, and then if you'll get the snout, then you can pop the ears out. Alright, oh, he's cute. I like his little white feet. I'm still looking for me a clip to fit that, to where I can pinch that. I think I'm going to have to cut the mold. Alright, now, angel wings. Oh, those are pretty. Those are really pretty. I like that. An ornament. All right. Get that heat cut off. Now our double butterfly. I love this mold. This came from Temu, guys. That mold did. I always have to clip right here, though. There's always this one little spot there, and always here on the back. There's a couple little places you do have to take your clippers and kind of clean it up. But, you know, Temu's usually like that. But it's very simple to clean up the back side of this. If you get these little nail clippers, they work awesome. Okay. The rest of it I'll do when we do our time lapse to paint. But once I get started, I can't stop, can I? Well, might as well finish it now. I only have this one little section left, right? It's kind of hard to get down in there in that little corner. I think we got it. Okay. There we go. Isn't that pretty? We'll have to do something with that. I'll figure out what we'll do with all of it.
The snow is falling like powdered dreams. The snow is falling like powdered dreams.
Alrighty, guys, so I didn't do anything to the angel wings other than put a string on it because I was afraid I'd mess it up, and I really like those the way they are. I love the way that powder is, and it's got this little bit of a blue tint into it. You can see it a little more when it's up against black, but I think that's really pretty. I just put some posts on the back of my earrings. I still got to put the backings on them, and I put UV resin on top of the whole thing to seal that in. If you just put the UV resin under the post, it probably won't seal. Now, these are kind of clear and see-through, and you can see the posts a little bit through there, so I did cure them under both lights that way, just in case. The birds, I didn't do anything to those. I don't really know what else to do to them, and I think they're very cute. And the butterflies. Now, when you get the mold, there's one, comes two molds on Amazon, and you get a big butterfly and a little butterfly mold. One's just a little bit smaller than the other, if you guys can see that. Now, they look clear here, but then you put them on the black, and you can see that blue tint. And then my double butterfly winged, I did paint him up, put some rhinestones on him. I have no clue where I put him. Can't find him. I've looked everywhere. I had a friend over yesterday, and she was up here, and I don't know if maybe she looked at it and moved it, or if I've just moved it, but it's not in the place I normally put it. But I did snap a photo before I put it up, so you'll be able to see it at the end on the photos. Now, let's get to demolding and putting together our shaker. So I'll see you guys back after when we're doing the shaker. This is cured up, so we're going to get it out and see if we can put it together. You can notice it overflowed quite a bit, so I put it on this paper towel to catch it as it cured. It just kept overflowing. It didn't matter how much I took out. I was worried too much was going to come out. Now, I went ahead and took a paper towel around the edges of this to try to clean the mold. Let's see if we can break off. Some of it I can, some of it I can't. I'll have to clip it. All right. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Love that color. Let me turn that heater off. Here we go. You can get my clippers. These little nail clippers do great to trim these pieces up because you can go right around this and you can get every bit of this off. If I can get it in the right spot. Get all that overage off. This is a bit of a sharp mold anyways. Now this is from Pouring Your Heart Out. Uh-oh, I put a dent in it. Shows you how thin it is. She does have just a regular one that is just circle and doesn't have this druzy edge, if you like those better. I just like the druzy edge. I think it's pretty. And I can do so much more with that. Straight edges just kind of bland to me. But then I seen somebody making one the other day and it was really pretty. So now I was thinking, great, now I need that mold. It's going to be a while though before I order any more. Gotta focus on my grandbabies for Christmas. They had to have electric scooters. The boys did. And little Zoe, she's autistic. She's a nonverbal. She doesn't speak, but she is learning. She's been trying here lately since she started school. She's doing so good. There we go. But I was thinking about, she loves Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is her favorite. She's absolutely crazy over Minnie Mouse. So I think I'm going to get her a little easel of Minnie Mouse. I think she'll like that where she can draw. All right. Now, let's see. What can we put in here? I know I want a candy cane. And we want to put some holly in there. I've got all different kinds of Christmas inclusions. I definitely have to have a gingerbread man. I just went through my things and tried to pull out some of them. Gotta have a gingerbread. And I'm hoping Rudolph will fit, because I think this is so cute. And I can tell you right now, every one of these came from Temu. I won't link them, but you can search nail charms and find all kinds of these things on Temu. You can also get them on Amazon. And this is a, I'll get it open, a wreath. I thought these were pretty. Okay. Let's see. I like these trees better than those cartoony looking ones. Aren't they pretty? Do a gold and a silver. Don't know if those little beads will hold in there. We'll see. We'll do a red and green one. Okay. There we go. And a mitten. Look at these. They are the cutest little velvety mittens. Hard on the back and a little velvet on the front. And these are candy. But I was like, I like that candy cane. I like that little piece of peppermint. The others don't really look Christmassy. They're more Valentine's, I think. I just want the Christmas ones. You know, we gotta have some snowflakes. These snowflakes, they're really pretty, but they're going to stick because they are like confetti. Let's see. There's different ones. There's some snowflakes. Okay. And you know you have to have your Christmas bells if they'll fit. I don't know if they'll fit. We'll see. We can always take it out if it doesn't. Yeah. If I can get this open. I hate these little bags. I have the hardest time with them. Only way I can get it open. Okay. There is a snowman. You do want these the right side up because they will not flip over once you put that lid on. No, I like that snowman better. I thought I seen a Santa in here. There's Santa. No, I did. There's a reindeer. Bells. What else we got? Let's take these snowmen out. Reindeers, bells. Reindeer. Okay, I think that's about all that's in those that I want to use. I don't see anything else. Put those right in there. And that's how you get rid of those bags. Okay. Guess we could do one of these little Christmas trees as well. That's kind of cute, right? Oh, there's a little stocking. And there's another Santa. We have two different Santas. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I got everything that I wanted. Now, I do like to put some crushed glass in this. So, I've got some green. There's the green. Now, oh, that's got pink in it. There we go. Some red. And I got all this crushed glass a long time ago off of Temu, guys. Okay, there's the red. Now, where is my gold? Give me just a second to find it. I know I've got it. There it is. And gold. Red, green, and gold are kind of classic Christmas colors. Okay. It's probably too much. But, well, what can you do? Alright. Get everything turned back over. So like I said, once it's over, it will not flip back. Well, I feel like the crushed glass is kind of taken away from my little charms, but once it separates, I think it'll be okay. Okay. All right. Now, our lid. We got to get our glue. I'm worried about that bell. I don't know if I need to flatten them down just a little bit or if they're going to fit. I'm going to take my B7000. I don't put liquid in this shaker coaster, guys. It's not made for liquid the way that Julie has made it. If you want to put it in there, I'm sure you can. But I've never seen her do it on any of her videos. She leaves it dry. Just a little glue around through there, and I just went down the side. That means if I move that, you know what's going to happen? My pieces are going to stick to it. Man, you'd think there'd be an easier way to get those. Let me get a spritz some alcohol on this. Wonder if I can get that glue off the side. Okay. Fingers crossed. Now here is our disc. And I'm just going to drop that right down in there. They fit perfect. Well, now I got the glue on me. And just press that around the edges to let that glue take. And that's it, guys. And our bells did fit. Yay. So we'll just let this cure up. They may not move around much, but they did fit. So we'll let that cure up. I'll post a photo at the end. And I see a piece I need to clip off there. Let me get that. Okay. I will take a photo at the end. And I'll see you guys back for the next video. So bye for now.